Effects are super fun. Like even this one right now, I get to see what my hair would look like, a reddish orange color, before I ever decide to dye it, to see if this like suits me or not. But like for people to think that, oh, effects or makeup or wearing a mask and you're not being your true authentic self, that's like a load of BS. Because just like how you wear clothes that represent your personality, that you're putting on something covering your body. Does that mean that you're not being your authentic self? No, it just means that you like to wear things that make you feel good. Just like if makeup or putting on these effects make you feel good and make you feel like you get to be something different, like a different color hair, let's say, for example, or putting a different shade of lipstick that you wouldn't normally wear. Like, effects are not, even if it's something that doesn't completely look like you and looks like something completely different, like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because it's just whatever makes you feel good in the moment. If you're having fun doing that and you're still being your true self with your words and everything like that, and you're beautiful on the inside, then in real life, your beauty shines throughout. Your energy is what's beautiful. So people can say whatever that you're trying to hide something, but you're not trying to hide anything. You just enjoy how it looks, and that's all it is. Like, who cares what people think? Do what makes you happy at the end of the day, because 10, 20, 30 years, you're going to look back on these videos and be like, oh, yo, that was cool when I put that effect on, because it might not exist in 20, 30 years. So just do what makes you feel right. Like, doesn't mean that you're wearing a mask just because you choose to put makeup on or face paint or all of these things. Those are not masks. It's your personality, the way your light shines. That's when you're wearing a mask or not. So it's like, yeah, people can not wear makeup or not put these effects on, but they're still not being their authentic self, and they're wearing a mask by hiding who they truly are. So yeah, that was my little spiel, because I know people judge when people are putting on effects and wearing makeup that, oh, she must be ugly because she doesn't want to show who she really is. But who cares what you think? If you don't know that person in person and you haven't seen what that person looks like in person, then who are you to say anything? You haven't been around that person's energy face to face to know whether that person's a beautiful soul or not. This is just a meat suit that we're wearing. Same way pigs, cows, chickens, it's all just a meat suit. It doesn't mean anything at the end of the day. What means something is your soul. So it's like that's why people that are in touch with their authenticity will have lots of different types that they feel connected to that look completely different from each other. Why? Because they're attracted to that person's soul. And that person's soul is what enhances their physical appearance. So it's still going, like when I said chemistry, go off of chemistry and then see if there's compatibility, like make sure both are hand in hand. But the chemistry that you have is not going to be a same archetype that you have for every single person. It's going to differ and range based on the soul connection that you have, because at the end of the day, we have soul ties and soul families, and everyone's just kind of put into a meat suit, and it doesn't change your attraction for them because you're attracted to that person's soul at the end of the day. And you can kind of have a type per se, like you can relate to a certain culture or certain place more than you relate to other places because of the similarities, the way of being. Like, for example, for me, I relate to Europeans more because of my culture being West Indian. We are very open and honest and raw and love joking around and all of these things, and sarcastic at times, that we relate to the European mentality because of the fact that they're the same way. They're open, they're honest, they're joking around. A lot of these European countries are similar to that and just want to laugh, just want to be around their friends, family, whoever, and crack jokes, poke fun, stuff like that. I think one of the things a lot of people struggle with, and it's only because they've been programmed in the society to think like that, is caring what other people think. Family, friends, strangers, people are so concerned with other people are going to judge them. They're so afraid of being judged or being embarrassed. And um and that's what stops them from sharing a video or talking to that girl that you think that's pretty in walking past you on the street. Like back in the day, they had way more confidence before social media. And if a guy saw a girl walking past his window and he was in a restaurant, he'd run outside and get that girl's number. But because of social media, people's become so self critical about themselves. And I'm happy I was part of that generation that grew up without social media for a time being and didn't get it until I think I was 12 years old, I think, was when we got internet, and it was like dial up and slow. You weren't on it consistently. You were on it here and there, right? And your phone wouldn't work when you were on the internet, so you couldn't even be on it for long. Your parents wouldn't let you. So it's like that one thing, and I'm so happy that in terms of like myself, I don't really care what people think about me. Like I'm not hypercritical of what others are thinking and how they're viewing me and what they're thinking about my video and blah blah blah. No, I'm constantly thinking about how can I be a better person? How can I make my life better? How can I get over trauma? How can I raise my kids to be like the most happiest, content, stable individuals possible? How can I pursue my dreams? Like I'm always thinking about stuff that benefit me and benefit them because they're my responsibility and I love them and care about them and I want the best for them. But in terms of anything else, like when it comes to friends or family or anybody, like I treat them as I care about them and I love them, but I'm not thinking about how they view me. I'm thinking about if they share something with me, how can I help them in that situation? What advice can I give them? You know, but not about, oh my God, are they thinking about this about me? And like watching every word that comes out of my mouth. No, I'm saying what I want to say in that moment, whatever I'm led to say. And usually it's just being funny and being silly and making fun of myself because that's being free to me, right? Like that's being your authentic self and that's not worrying about what other people say. So I think that like most people, what they need to get over is what other people think about them. I'll say the only thing that I have a struggle with that I'm working on overcoming is that how people think about my kids, right? So, for example, my 3 year old, he'll be running up to everyone when we go to the beach and stuff or by the pool and he'll be stealing their toys. And when I say no, that's not your toy, you have to give it back. And I know a lot of 3 year old and 2 year olds and 1 year olds, like they're like this, right? They want what they want and they're still at that phase where they're not really listening to no. So he'll be going up to people's toys and then when I tell him to put it back, it's like a temper tantrum. And I'm like, oh my God, that's when I get embarrassed because it's like it makes you feel like, oh, I can't quote unquote control my kids, right? But it's that age. That's what they do. And that's something I need to get over because I'm like, kids will be kids. Like I can't look at it as like, oh my God, this is embarrassing. The people are looking at me like I don't have a handle on my kids. I have to look at it more like who cares what they think? In that situation as well, who cares what they think? Kids are kids. And if you don't have kids, then you don't know this. And so I can't be at fault for them because they don't know what it's like to have kids. So, but other parents that do know, they usually understand because I'm the same way. When another kid is coming up to him and trying to take his toys, I'm like, yeah, don't worry about it. He can play with it because of the fact that I know after having kids what it's like and how kids are. So, yeah, just don't allow other people's opinions or what you think they're thinking of you to influence how you operate your life because at the end of the day, this is just a meat suit. Your soul is what matters at the end of the day. And if your soul doesn't feel good with what you're doing and your soul is worried about other people think, then you won't be being your authentic self. And that's the most priority is to be your authentic self.